It's dropping people pretty quick.
Hey guys, what's up? My name is T-Space, and welcome back to another episode of Viewers Insight, where you, the viewers, tell me your favorite Battlefield 3 setups, and I try them out. Today's episode is going to be brought to you by two players, I think, Triple O Ot and Empty Box. Now, they both want me to use the M16A4 with the silencer, no third attachment, or basically just leave it as the underslung barrel or rail, sorry, and the Cobra sight. They also said I could switch up the sights, so I decided to go with a red dot. I don't know, I feel like the red dot is just, I don't know, it works better for me. I don't really like the Cobra sight as much. I just don't like that weird ass T with the space in them. Anyhow, I just don't like it that much, so I prefer the red dot. So I switched. Now, I did misread the comment before I actually played these games, and I thought they actually wanted me to use the foregrip, so I was mistaken, but I still think I got the gist of what they wanted me to do. So given that, I have the suppressor on the M16A4, it pretty much makes me a silent killer. The M16A4, of course, is a burst fire weapon, so basically you should automatically know that it pretty much excels at long range. Close range is probably going to have a little more difficulty, but still it'll probably do just as well. Overall, I didn't really like the whole suppressor aspect. I thought I would like it a lot more, but overall I didn't really like it as much as I wanted to. I felt that with the suppressor, it slowed down my bullets a little too much. I was expecting going in with this class or this setup that I would get these these two-shot bursts, so basically 6-shot kills. Given that it bursts with three rounds, and all it needs to all I need to do is get 6 hit markers and the guy would be dead. But I don't know what it was, but it felt like the suppressor kind of made it a little weaker. Technically you can't make a gun weaker, because it has maximum damage and a minimum damage, and you can't surpass either one. But it felt like it was weaker. The only thing that I can think of on the reason why it made it weaker was, given that the suppressor slows down your bullet speed, it basically just the people would move before my 5th or 6th shot would actually hit them. So basically, I'd fire off my 2-round bursts, and I do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 and 6 might not even hit, because they either move slightly to the left or right, and those bullets just whiz past their face, and I don't get the kill. This forced me to actually use another burst, which I didn't really want to. The target would probably be at, let's say, I don't know, 10% health, and shooting another 3 bullets is kind of wasteful in my opinion, and I don't really like that at all. So that really took it down for me. It's not a huge a huge downside, but I just didn't really feel like I needed to use another burst just to get 10 damage on the target. As you can see right here, I bursted 2 shots and the guy's at 0%. I guess that's just my luck. I was just whatever. But anyhow, I decided to use different attachments. As you can see right now, I'm using the laser sight and the foregrip, and I never would have thought that this would be my go-to setup with this gun. I don't know what it was, but after reconsidering what I was actually thinking about, I actually thought that, given that the M16A4 has a very good long-range capability, maybe I should help it at the close-range capabilities. Even though the foregrip reduces the long-range or ADSing accuracy, I didn't really feel like that actually played an effect. I don't know, it was just weird. I didn't really feel like I was having trouble with these long-range shots. I got some medium to far range shots pretty easily, and overall I felt that it was still pretty good. Like right here, 2 shots, he's dead. I just thought it didn't even affect it that much. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was some magic or something. I don't know, but it worked. But overall, once I put this setup on, or these 2 attachments, this gun completely turned around. My opinions on this gun were completely flip-flopped. I love this gun now. Given that I had the laser sight and the foregrip, I have complete confidence that I can take a guy out at close range, given that I have a burst fire weapon. Unlike the KH-2002, the M16A4 does not have amazing hip fire. So given that I have these 2 attachments to aid the hip firing, it pretty much makes this gun a very well-rounded gun now. I could get those long-range shots, and also I don't have to worry about close-range encounters. I feel like of course I'm more comfortable with it, and I don't know, it's just really good. Now, I would have never thought that this gun would be this much fun. Now, it's to get back on topic in a sense, I'd have to say that this gun is good, but it's not the best. If I had to pick between, you know, all the burst fire weapons in the game, I probably wouldn't pick this gun. My first choice would probably be, you know, the K2002 or maybe the AN. The reason being is because this gun just doesn't, I don't see a need for it in a sense. I mean, it's cool and all, but theoretically, the M16A3 is pretty much the exact same thing. I mean, given that the M16A3 has, you know, the fully automatic, you know, firing mode, you could pretty much burst that gun, and therefore you make it into the M16A4. I mean, I've tried to look at, you know, different sites to, you know, see what the true difference is between the M16A4 and the M16A3 besides the burst fire capability, and I really couldn't find anything. The reloads are the same, the recoil pattern seems to be exactly the same, and overall it just feels the same. So overall, I think this is kind of like, you know, the ugly sister or the ugly brother, whatever that saying is, and no one really uses it just because that fact that the M16A3 is really good. I mean, if you know how to burst with the M16A3, then like I said before, you pretty much have the M16A4. But overall, this gun or this setup was really fun. I do recommend you trying it out with any setup that you like, whether that would be the, you know, the suppressor or, you know, my setup, which is the laser sight and the foregrip. But if they don't work for you, you know, fiddle around with it. Find your own setup, and you know, I'm pretty sure you guys would love this setup just as much as I did when I was playing it. I did pretty well in this last game when I, you know, figured out what my attachments were, and overall I had a blast. I mean, I don't know, I think I was a little lucky in some of these kill streaks. They kind of just lined up. I don't know what it was. It's like they just lined up. There's a clip at the end that I was really confused why they all ran in the same area, but overall I thought it was really funny. So this pretty much wraps up this episode of Viewers Insight. Now, if you want to be featured for the next episode of Viewers Insight, go ahead and leave me a comment down below with your favorite Battlefield 3 setups. And basically, whichever one gets, you know, thumbs up the most, I will feature for the next episode. So I hope you guys always do enjoy my videos, and like always, my name is T-Space, and I will catch you guys later.